is an automation factory building kind of puzzle game, and from the screenshots, it reminds me of the automation and factory building aspect of Factorio, which I really enjoy, even if I'm not that good at it. So I figured I would splash out and pick it up, and we could try it out together. Let me go ahead and click on play. Okay, there is a tutorial, thankfully. It says, place an extractor on top of a circle shape to extract it. Let's see, okay. So, we have an extractor down here. Another up here. Place over a shape or color to extract it. Boop. Boop. Next up we have connect the, I keep scrolling off to the left. Connect the extractor with a conveyor belt to your hub. Tip, click and drag the belt with your mouse. Sure. We'll follow the line. Perfect. This is not an idle game. Build more extractors and belts to finish the goal quicker. Tip, hold shift to place multiple extractors and use R to rotate them. Okay. Shift. Like that. Okay. I guess for now, we'll just put a couple down. Can I drag them onto the same? No, I cannot. How do I... Okay, I'll get rid of that one then. And we'll just build two separate conveyor belts here. Boop. And one up here as well. There we go. We're almost... there we go. Level 1 completed. Perfect. You just unlocked the cutter, which cuts shapes in half from top to bottom, regardless of its orientation. Be sure to get rid of the waste, or otherwise it will clog and stall. For this purpose I have given you the trash, which destroys everything you put into it. Okay, so we now need to deliver just the left half of the circles. Tutorial, now place a cutter to cut the circles into two halves. PS, the cutter always cuts from top to bottom, regardless of its orientation. Sure. I think I'm just gonna clear all of these conveyor belts. And we'll start from scratch here. So if I take my cutter and put it just there. Oh, we've got an achievement for cutting our first shape. We want to get rid of the right half. And I'll put it up here, I guess. And we want to carry the left half into the center. And we're going to be doing the same. We're going to be doing the same with the extractors down here as well. Oops. Although we're a little bit pushed for I imagine that as we use these cutters and things more, we might figure out some nice and efficient ways of saving space and stacking them all and things like that. For now, we'll just focus on delivering everything, though, as easily as possible. Level 2 completed. This level gave you no reward, but the next one will. PS, better not destroy your existing factory. You'll need all those shapes later to unlock upgrades. Okay. Unlock upgrades. All shapes you produce can be used to unlock upgrades. Don't destroy your old factories, like I did with these circles. There wasn't much going on with those though, so it's not going to be a huge pain to put them back. The Upgrades tab can be found on the top right corner of the screen. Let's take a look. Okay, we can spend 30 circles to increase the speed of our belts, distributors and tunnels by 50%. And by delivering the bottom half of circles, we'll be able to increase it to double speed. Oops. Okay. Next up, we are going to be delivering squares. Tutorial. Now let's extract some rectangles. Build 4 extractors and connect them to the hub. Okay. I'll get rid of these conveyor belts, but I guess I'll leave the small bits right at the beginning, just in case we need to use them again. I wonder if there's like a limit to how many circles we can mine from that. I guess we'll find out. Okay. So we'll rotate those so they're pointing downwards. If I like put, yeah, with the bits that we have right now, I'm not sure if we're going to be able to get all of the squares here. So I'll just put the extractors on like on the circumference here, the perimeter. We'll just pop them down here with some conveyor belts, and these parts as well. We need to, oops, and get rid of those. We need to deliver, oops, I need to get this orientation right again. There we go. We need to deliver 70. I guess we could put like another couple down just to speed things up. But yeah, these squares in the middle, I'm not sure how we're gonna extract them right now. There we go, there's one more. Oh, perfect. Level 3, the multifunctional balancer has been unlocked. It can be used to build bigger factories by splitting and merging items onto multiple belts. Okay, we're going to be delivering the right half of these squares now. Let me get rid of these. So we just want the right half. I wonder if the new balancer we unlocked could help here. I think we'll just focus on the splitting for now. I guess we could use it to like combine about and keep an eye out for any backups, any blockages. This doesn't look very great, but I'm gonna try it out. We'll put a cutter here, and we just want the right half. Like that. Perfect. And we'll just pin that. Oops. There we go. Looks like we are currently being held up by the speed of our cutters. I wonder how many like inputs it would be able to handle. Probably just like one, maybe two by the looks of it down here. Ideally we don't want backups right at the beginning. Let's just get rid of these ones then. We'll try splitting these two, and we'll bin the left halves and get the right halves here. I'll put them down here. Perfect. So we do still have a backup, but I think there's a bunch like stored. We'll go with this for now. And we'll do the same here. Get our cutter down. Put that to trash it. We'll just drag it in there. Yeah, that looks a lot better. Are we doing the right half? We are perfect. Oh no, look. We are getting a bit of a backup. So it looks like with our current speeds, the cutters are going to be doing like one. We'll need one cutter per extractor. We've only got like 5 more to go though, so we'll wait and see what's next. Perfect. The rotator has been unlocked. It rotates shapes clockwise by 90 degrees. We've got some useful key bindings as well. Invert orientation, sure. Okay, so we are shifting our attention back to the circles here. We have these cutters working already, but we want to rotate them clockwise by 90 degrees. Just put it right there then. And we can drag it on up. Perfect. That's pretty straightforward then. Put the same down here. And we'll do the same down here as well. Perfect. I suppose we could save space by like combining these ones. Oops. Lost a couple there. We don't really need it right now, but it's nice to get used to all of the different tools we have. We need to deliver 170, so maybe it would be worth my time to set up another one. If we put our extractor here, we're going to be a little bit pushed for space though. Looks like the cutter wants an input on the left side. So we'd have to bring this conveyor belt over by one. And then we'll just copy the same, so we'll bin the right half. it said it's not an idle game, but why don't we wait for the final 20? We're down to 10 already. Perfect. The tunnel has been unlocked. You can now tunnel items below belts and buildings with it. Okay, cool. And we need to deliver just a quarter of these circles now. Let's delete these conveyors because we're gonna need to cut the halves of circles again. I wonder how can we I am gonna try merging two and then cutting from there. I know it I know we saw that it was like can we just put it directly next to it? Yeah, I know in the squares it did look like it was too slow. But it kind of looked like it was working fine down here. So we'd need to cut that. And we want the top right half. So we could cut this left one in half again and then rotate it. This feels like it's going to be too slow for these two inputs though. Suppose we should have learned our lesson with the squares. Oh, okay. We have to rotate it first, or else it's not cutting anything. Like this. Perfect, and we want this half, but we could always rotate this one on the left. Like that, and then like merge them again. Yeah, like that. Perfect. Just wait for it to catch up to check the speed and stuff. Yeah, much too slow with the cutters for it to be worth merging right at the beginning. We'll scrap this and start again. Put some space here. Okay, so we can have a cutter down there. Just thinking about how we're gonna fit everything in the space. It's not something that we absolutely need to do right now, but it would I think it might help when we come to do some bigger factories to help us understand how to fit everything in and that sort of thing. And we were binning the right halves. Do shift, put a couple down. Although I guess we could rotate it. I don't know if it's worth it though. We are going to rotate the left halves. And then we need to cut them again. We can squeeze that in there. Oh no, we can't. Oh, we're losing that. There we go. And then we're going to rotate the left side and then merge them. There we go. Cool, and we'll do the same for this one, so we're going to cut that. Rotate the left side. And then I guess we could do like two merges, right? So we could merge there. Oh, we're missing a corner. And then we could merge here as well. And as long as we don't get backed up, that should be okay. This kind of row here is, I think, kind of getting worked through. So we should be all right there. Although we've kind of extended up into the left a bit, where maybe we should have placed it a little bit more centrally. Just because this section on the left is now going to have to go at least all the way up here. Not a huge deal though. We're going to cut that. Rotate. And then merge. There we go. And we can do another merge just here. Boop. That doesn't look too bad. It looks a little bit messy though. I'm sure if there are any veteran shapes players out there, you might be screaming internally with the spaghetti. The spaghetti we have here. The painter has been unlocked. Extract some color veins, just as you do with shapes, and combine it with a shape in the painter to color them. P.S. If you are colorblind, there is a colorblind mode in the settings. Sure. Okay. Where was the upgrades? Is it this? So can we still be delivering like half circles, even if our goal is to do full ones? I'm just wondering if we can like work towards these. Probably should have been doing it this whole time, if that's the case. So if I just drag these squares down. Oh yeah, look at that. Look at that. I definitely should have been doing that the whole time. Okay then. So that needs 300 squares for the extraction to speed up. So we could just put a couple more of these down. Why don't we merge this? I think we might run out of space if I try to merge those ones as well. Because we can extract and then it would merge and want to be out here. Not a huge deal. I can we like squeeze in another merger? I like experimenting with the different setups. Do you like that? Get rid of these. We've got a pretty consistent line as the output. Looks like we're not getting backed up either, so that is good for us. And up here we should be doing the bottom halves of circles. And we need painted circles as well. Okay, I think I'm gonna get rid of this mess of conveyors and everything. If we needed to do the quarter circles again, I'm 100% sure there's a better way. So we'll do these top ones coming in for the bottom half circles. And we'll paint the ones coming from the right for the proper delivery. Almost there with this. With the extraction speed upgrade though, we might need to get rid of some of those merges that are kind of there unnecessarily at the moment. I mean, the game literally did say not to get rid of any of the factories. We now need top quarter circles. And how are we doing on the squares? Yeah, there's a little bit of a gap. We can check for any backups there. And we need, yeah, top right quarters, just a couple more. 100 and something. And bottom half of the circles as well. And we know that at the moment our cutters aren't quick enough to deal with two extractors coming into one. So we're going to have to use two cutters. And we want bottom halves. So that splits in two. We're going to have to rotate this one once. And this one 3 times. So this should be a bottom half here. Perfect. We'll drag this in. Boop, 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 boop. And this one is a top half at the moment, which we want to rotate. Again and again. Perfect. There we go. And we're going to do the same with this one just down here. Although we're running out of space for the cutters because we want the cutter input to be on the left. I guess we can extend out, although we're going to be pushing into the space on these ones. So I might just do like up one and then across. And this one's getting rotated once. And this one's getting rotated 3 times. And another one here. Perfect. So we're getting a load of bottom half circles coming in now. I think we do want to save the space here though, because now if we're using these for top right quarters, we're going to have to bring it all the way around and take up some of these slots in the middle. So I'm wondering if we can, the rotators seem to be pretty quick. I'm just going to check if I put one there and rotate and then another one here. Yeah, they seem to take just a little bit of time. We can speed them up, but I think it should be fine if we merge them. To save on this like extra space we take up with the 3 rotators stacked in a row. Oops, deliver a shape which is not relevant for any goal. What is that? I'm not sure. These squares probably. No, we need the squares. Oh, it's these right half ones because I got rid of the rotator. Okay, cool. What if we merged them here? No, that doesn't make sense. They need to be rotated separately. I mean, what if we did though? Does it like alternate them? Okay, so it does alternate them. And what if we put them into another splitter? Does it like... Just wondering if it like alternates them in any kind of predictable pattern. Oh yeah, look, we get one half on one half on the other. So that would be super helpful. So yeah, if we do that, that's going to be coming out there. We can put a cutter here for this extractor. Get rid of those. And we'll merge because one half of it needs to be rotated once, and one half needs to be rotated 3 times. So that'll cover one of the rotations. How does it split like this? Which side comes out where? Okay, so we're getting bottom halves here. And this one here needs to be rotated. It would be helpful if that would come out on the other side. I'm not sure if there's anything we can do to get that to happen though. I guess we could use a tunnel to get them to come out the other side. I don't know if that's really useful for us though. Maybe we just rotate them here. Like that. Did this really help though? The whole goal was to maybe try and free up these top 2 for the top right quarter ones. But we'd be using up almost the same space anyway. Okay, so let's take another look. So I mean that line is good for the bottom half. What comes out where over here? Looks like we have left half and right half, so so this side would need to be rotated. What if we got rid of that, put a normal belt in, and saved the rotation for up here? So I think if we merged these ones, then we're going to be getting, then we can rotate this side once. Let me just, I'll complete these to see what comes out where. Okay. I guess that does make sense, because we're merging 2 separate ones, where one we're getting the right half, one we're getting the left half. We're getting kind of like alternating halves. So that is not going to work. We do want the rotation here, I think. So we get that rotated, and we'd want to be doing the same for this one as well. So rotate here. But ideally we save everything just for these bottom 2 sections. Although we're pushed for space now, I think I'm probably trying to like overthink this very small section. But I do think getting a good grasp of how all of the tools fit together now is going to help when we come to build a bigger factory. So with this we get bottom half, we get top half down here and bottom half up there, and this would be the bottom half. So we could merge these 2, although we're pushing up one square here. Maybe just bring them back down like that. So we're just getting, oh, that would be better. That would be, so we are now getting top halves and just, oh, of course. It's because these conveyors aren't pushing anywhere. play around with, but that was not working out. We'll go again. Okay, so we have 4 lines like that. We want 2 of them to be dedicated to giving us bottom halves, and 2 of them to be giving us top right quarters. And we can, of course, trash stuff if we wanted to, which I think might be helpful. So if we trash this left side, and this left side, we're going to be kind of wasting half circles. But I don't think that's going to be a big deal. So we can merge them. Oops, we can merge them again up here. And then just bring it round with a rotation. So there's our bottom halves. Once it gets up to speed, let's check to see if we're missing out on any. Yeah, we're getting kind of a backup here. Oh, we have an upgrade though. What is it? Belts. Perfect. So we have a backup here, and it's with this cutter. So I think probably we just look to upgrade the cutter when we get these like star-shaped ones. Otherwise what? Otherwise we'd be looking to split one belt, split one extractor into 2 belts, and then cut each of those, which feels like a bit of overkill. And we're going to be doing the same here. I think I'm going to put that way around so that we can cut it as soon as we can, as it comes out of that. So we have the left half and the right half. Let's trash the right half for now, and we'll rotate the left one. Boop. And then we cut it again to get a top left and a top right, and we can rotate that one and maybe merge them again to get top right quarters. We do have a backup down here, and it could be with these 2 stacked cutters. So I guess if we wanted to speed that up, again we'd split that into 2. But we can just we can put another line next to it, right? For that one. Rotate. Trash down there, and then we'll merge again. And oops, line up there. We could merge those if we wanted to as well. But we're getting a pretty decent amount of top right quarters there, which is nice. Oh, I went to drag the screen with a right click, but that's not correct. Okay, and we also want to be delivering full circles for this top one, although we need 1.2 thousand bottom halves and painted circles. Although, with how simple full circles are, I probably should have been delivering them the whole time, just to try and rack up some numbers there. We have an upgrade for extraction. That's actually probably not exactly what we want right now, considering we're getting backed up here anyway. What do we got loads of? We need loads of these top right quarters, even though we need these star-shaped ones. So I think I just want to check if we were to take one extractor and guess split it like this. Just doing a bit of science. We'll split it like this into two. And we'll cut in two like this. Maybe just pin these ones off. Actually, I'm going to put pins everywhere so we can see what kind of speed we're looking at. Okay. Yeah, so two cutters. If we split it off like that, that is like more efficient than just having one into a cutter. We're going to need more space though, of course. But I wonder if we can try just doing something like that here. Although if we put it right there, we'd be covering up a space for another extractor. So I guess we'd want to like bring it round. How many of those do we need? Still quite a few more. So we'd have extractors like this. We'd want to split each one. We'd want to split each one. Can you get rid of these for now? Yeah, so we're going to split each one when we can. And then we need to put some cutters down. So I imagine we're going to want to like probably bring it like, oops. It would be nice to see them all to see them all set up like uniformly. So I might just bring them all around and then like give them some space. But how much space do we need is the question. If I just brought this one round by 2, is that enough? Because each one would need its own like cutter section. Like this. And we're binning the right. We're binning the right, so we're going to be a little bit pushed for space there as well, aren't we? We're binning the right, so we're going to get the left, and then we're cutting that again. Oh, we're going to be rotating and then cutting. Rotate and then cut. And then another rotation here, right? And then we're merging at the end. Boop. And then bringing it around. Okay. And we're going to need to bring it over by 1 to give us enough space here. And up. And we put something similar just there. We don't need that. It's a cutter here. One up there. Rotate, rotate. Trash. And we're merging up here. And some more conveyors. Perfect. Oh, I did the same thing. I keep expecting that right click is gonna rotate for it, is gonna drag the screen. What are we missing? Okay, a cutter. And a rotation here. With a merge. Oops. And drag those in. Okay, so that's working pretty well. We're not getting any backups down here. So for this one, when we come up, we need a space on the right, and we need 2 spaces on the left. So we can bring that up here with a merge. A merge there. I don't know if there's like blueprints, like a blueprint function. Maybe I should be looking for that, but for now I'm just gonna stick this stuff down. That's gonna go up there. And we're missing just 2 merges at the end. Like, this. I think probably we'd look to merge maybe somewhere else. I want to try and keep this all in line. And everything coming out of this point is now a top right circle. So we can merge wherever we like in theory. Just build some conveyors coming out of these ones. But where would we merge to try and keep everything in line? Considering we are, considering we're going to have another, I'll put that down. We're going to have another section down here as well. With, what was it, 1 space on the right, 2 on the left, yeah. So, cutter, 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 cutter. Rotate, 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 rotate. We'll trash these because they're too expensive to process. And then, yeah, so we have that looking pretty good where all of the outputs are now top right circles, and we want to try and get everything into like 2 lines if we can. So I guess we could merge like there. So we have a top line. But then how do we get these in? I think we're gonna have to be like stacking them. Unless we use tunnels as well. Pretty sure this is what we had a second ago. Like this. But yeah, I think we're going to need tunnels unless we want to kind of extend up and then come back down. That's not going to help at all. What if we put it here? Oh no, that could work. Is that going to slow things down too much? Oh, we don't have space on this one now to merge in as well. So I think we are going to need to bring it up at least 1 more. Like that. And then where are we merging? Like there, was it? And we'll put that through the top and the bottom there. So we have 2 lines again. Can we just repeat that? Where was it? It was there and there. just want to try and make sure it's like a nice pattern, to be honest. Let me just have one coming down, so that one was going up and across, right? Because these patterns are satisfying to look at. There we go. And then if we just brought it down by one, we're gonna let it go for a bit to clear up the backlog, and then we'll see. We'll see if we're getting any backups down here. There is a backlog in all of these bits, so we're just gonna leave it for a second to try and clear up. Okay, so I see the issue, and it's that these sections on the left, because they need to go through so many extra mergers. There's a backup up at these sections, whereas these ones here are actually pretty clear. And I mean, they're all top right ones. The only real reason we were merging them was to try and keep it as tidy as possible, as far down, so we don't extend up like here. That was kind of like a self-imposed limit there. So we could just bring this up and like skip some of these splitters. Like oops. I'll get rid of all of this actually, I think. So, we want to keep all of these. I think merging each individual one is fine. It was just where we started merging multiple different lines into one that was causing the issue. So, we do still want to end up with two lines coming in, of course. But we're happy extending up, I think, and then merging later on. Because we can do like that, and then we're out of space, right? And, what are we doing? Merging these two. And if we were to merge like this single line later on, there's no real reason we're splitting that at all. So we could get rid of those. Just merging the, yeah, that's right, merging the outputs into just one. And then what if we just tried merging, because we're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 outputs. And we want to merge them into 2. And if we merge 2, 2, and 2, we're going to have 3. So we're going to have one line that needs to merge twice. Unless we try to like change that round a bit. Let me just put, where are we doing this? makes sense to merge these two outer ones actually. They all need to merge at least once. And then we'll do this one and that one. Missing some conveyors here. I guess we'll bring this down for now. If I could control these conveyor belts properly. And, I mean, I don't know if we're going to run into the same issue, but what if we just merge these outer two ones now? Like this. Boop. We'll let the backlog clear up and then see how we're looking. We're still getting through it here. Of course, this top line has twice as many sections as the bottom one. We're kind of getting caught up just about there. So I think actually that's working fine. And I've spent way too long getting obsessed with those top right corners, and we've now delivered almost 2,000 of those, and we haven't been doing any painting. So I'm sorry about that, but let's look at that now. Let's look at getting some painted circles. Oh look, there's no backlogs for these extractors, so we're actually doing good down there. Okay. So, painting. Okay, yeah, we have a couple of variants here. One with paint coming in the left side and one with it coming in the right. It makes sense to do the right side, of course, with the paint just there. And so we'd be extracting paint. Gonna move that down. We'd be extracting paint and pumping that in. Boop. And then on the other side we'd be pushing circles in. Oh look, it's quite slow to output. So we're gonna have a backlog here unless we split them off. Which we can do, of course. So we'll split there and I guess here as well. I'm gonna move that to the bottom one. We will... Do we need tunnels here? Yeah, I think we'd need tunnels to work with this, right? Unless we had, no, we will need tunnels. I think. So we could do one like there. Boop. And one here. Move this back up now. With a splitter just here. Actually, shifting that down would be helpful for us, or at least having one further down. So then we can have half the paint coming straight in there. That's the output there. There. And then a tunnel for this one. Pumping paint straight in there. Okay, cool. for the shapes at least. It looks like we're not getting a backup. It's a bit difficult to see because I've put the splitter right next to the extractor for this red paint. I guess we could shift this back. We wouldn't keep it there forever, of course. But yeah, we're not getting a backlog here. So just in terms of efficiency, we can do with one paint extractor for 2 painters. But probably we need one shape extractor for 4 painters. So each of these we would be splitting off again. Yeah, each of these we would be splitting off again. So I'm gonna put them here. Although of course we're blocking space for other extractors. But once we get a good understanding of how it would work, we can kind of squeeze some more bits in. So let's say we had a painter just there, going straight up. We do need a space in between. We do need a space in between for the tunnel to come in though, which will be causing some issues. So actually I think having a painter thinking about all the space right there is probably what we need, right? So we would have a paint section coming in there. And then we would do one here. Shift that up. One there. That would be an output. And we could merge these. Oh, we would actually need some more space. We would need some more space to merge those ones. How far do these tunnels go? How far do they go? So that is an input. Oh no, that's an output. Okay, they go that far. And what do we do with the space here? We could do some more tunnels. I don't know if that would help us too much. We can merge like that. Okay, sure, yeah, that could work. Like that. That would come in. Boop. And then we do something similar down here. So that would come out there. And that one would be just there with paint down here, I guess. And this is the only one that wouldn't need a tunnel. And we can just merge them. Where is that? Oh, these tunnels are now, actually they're not going to cause an issue, are they? Because we can just bring it up like that if we wanted to. They don't look very satisfying though. I wonder if there's a better way we could do that. Just have some paint coming out. What we're We were saying, one paint per two painters. So we split this one. This tunnel goes that far. And there as well. So we should be getting some painted stuff out of here, I think. Have I got them the wrong way round? Paint coming in. I think maybe I do. Oh, actually, no, I don't think so. That should be right. I wonder why that's not working then. I'm just gonna check. Oh, okay, sure. Sure, I put them down in the wrong order. It's blue is the input and green is the output. Yeah. Okay, sure. And we're gonna merge them there, weren't we? And then we'll swap these around so we get blue as the input, green as the output. And we're going to need to get these two working as well to make sure we don't have a backlog back there. Just do some paint down here. I'm sure we wouldn't keep this set up forever. Isn't that right? Oh, I was going to have this one closer. There you go, that looks better. And then this needs to be around again. And in the interest of having a semi-decent pattern, I'm just going to do it like that with the splitter here. Like that. And we don't need a tunnel here, so we'll just try it. Okay. I mean, that doesn't look too terrible. And yeah, in theory, we're now getting a fairly decent. We're not getting a backlog of inputs there. So that works for us. And the speed for this isn't too bad. Is this gonna look better or worse? I want to see if we can get like one coming in. Can we cross the tunnels like this? I'm pretty sure you couldn't in Factorio, which to be honest makes sense. I don't know if this looks any better. It's nice that we get one going in each one, but that looks a bit worse, I think. That's okay, we'll just wait for the 300 to come in. Oh look, all that time spent doing top right corners, we've now got 5.5 thousand of them. We need to do purple for the top one. We need these star-shaped ones for the extraction upgrade. And a blue square for the mixing and painting. Looks like there's a blue over here, so we could be doing that. It's got quite a way to go. Why don't we just bring some over, huh? There might be something we can do as it's like coming over to speed up the processing or something. But I think for now we're just going to bring it over, so that when we come to do the blue squares, we can just start doing that. Almost there with the 300. right side of a square with blue paint, so we'd be cutting these in a similar way to this, with at the moment one square extractor going into 4 painters, or else we're getting a backup. Just a couple more for this red circle though. Here we go, here we go, here we go, here we go. Perfect, perfect. You have unlocked a variant of the rotator. It allows you to rotate shapes counterclockwise. Perfect. And the final, the next level is for this blue square anyway, so we've already set up the supply lines. I think that is about all the time we have today. I spent a while trying to kind of min-max some of the less important machines, but to be honest, I think that's some of the most fun stuff for me when I'm playing these kinds of games. I do really enjoy Factorio, but in some ways I kind of, when like there are waves of aliens coming to attack your base, I kind of just want to be messing around with all of the spaghetti conveyor belts and everything, just seeing if I can come up with better ways myself. I know that you can like check online and loads of people will have already come up with some beautiful and super efficient setups, but I think part of the fun is trying to figure out how to fit everything in yourself. So I've enjoyed playing shapes. And I hope that you have enjoyed watching and hopefully found it